What's up, YouTube? I hope you're all doing absolutely amazing today. I know I am. I just woke up. I'm a little tired, a little fried. But I wanted to come on here because I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about one specific person that, kind of changed my whole For You page by watching. So I'm not the biggest fan of this kind of content, and this overall content, in my opinion, is it's not lazy, but it's not really content either. So, and what you might be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Well, we all know the most wanted job nowadays is like Twitch streamer or YouTuber or things like that, or content creator. And I don't blame anyone for chasing their dreams for that, as I'll be doing that too. But like, I wanted to talk about this guy right here. I see lots of his videos, and a lot of these videos are just one day I want to make it as a streamer. One day I want to make it as a streamer. And he's very consistent. Like very, very consistent. But the thing is, um how do I say it? The thing is, he only really posts about being consistent. Let's just see. And then here's some of their motivations.
You're gonna go to college. Hey, now it's time to give up the dream. Life is coming. Life is gonna hit you harder than you know. It's time to give up that modeling dream. It's time to give up that music dream. It's time to give up that streaming dream. Now get an internship. Now's the time where you're supposed to actually get a real job. Get a real job. And when I was in that room, because I was in college, and every single person in that room rose their hand when the professor asked who here wants to get an internship at a finance company that they don't give a fuck about, I went home and I dropped the fuck out. No questions asked. You gotta understand, I come from an Indian immigrant family household.
Now, hold on.
I'm telling y'all, bro, I used to think that I was destined for greatness until I realized that every single motherfucker feels like that. And then before you know it, you blink your eyes and you're 50 years old, you have 3 kids, and you wonder why the fuck you didn't do anything.
Yo, it's just motivation and then like consistent posting about like, whatever.
But he texted me back this morning and said he'd been seeing me.
Now I don't blame him. But I kept seeing these clips and I'm like, okay, I'm scrolling through and I'm like, what actual content does this guy do? So I pulled up one of his streams right here. I see he's making music. Let's listen to this shit.
Got me a man or two. Now that I'm coming for you. Take me outside and I know that I'm bleeding. Take me outside and I know that I'm breathing. Hell, you know that I'm coming with lead. Actually, you know that she lied at my trees. I can't trust her signs. Actually, you know that she lied at my trees. I can't trust her attitude. I can't trust she mad at you. I can't call my mama, no. All my hoes be mad, no. Actually, you know that she lied at my trees. I can't.
He definitely a Travis Scott fan. It's not my kind of music, but the beat fire. But as we can, we can see right here that, not his beat or any of that. But then I started like looking at his other streams and stuff, right? Because he streams every day, so he got hella VODs. Bro, he deadass is just making these TikToks live. This is his content, and he's very consistent, but he doesn't really have that much actual content. And I feel like if your whole content is one day I'm gonna be big, one day I'm gonna make it a streamer, one day I'm gonna do this, what's your content gonna be once you're there? You're gonna have to change your whole shit up. And then it's like, I saw a video here where it was, fucking be yourself or whatever. Like, I get that. I agree. Be yourself. But you know what? If yourself is, if yourself and your content is, I'm gonna make it as a streamer one day, and then you make it to the top now, and you're sitting at the top of the fucking, whatchamacallit, you're gonna have absolutely no content. You're, like, unless, like, you have stuff planned that you want to do that you need to be rich and famous for, like, that's just, I just don't see the vision. Now, overall, I like this dude's personality. There's a reason I was watching him. I feel like there's parts where it's like, there's a reason I looked his name up, because he's made an impression like this. Was it a great impression? Not really. But it was an impression. And any publicity is good publicity. Now, it's not him I want to talk about. I'm not going to mention names, but he is just the template for who I want to talk about in this video. There are people. So I started liking his videos because I was like, damn, that's some real motivation. Then I start seeing videos that get like 2 views, where it's like, one day I'm gonna make a streamer. This is day 1 of streaming, day 2 of streaming, and they're super consistent, but their content is consistency. So they're gonna fall off very quickly because you go on their stream and they're sitting there like, guys, one day I'm gonna make it as a streamer. I'm gonna make it, and that's gonna be me. This is day 5 of being consistent. That's not content. I'm sorry. That's just not you. You don't have any content if your content is consistency. Like, consistency comes along, and now there's people where it's like, I'm so tired. I don't want to stream today. I can't. It's really hard, bro. I'll be so real. Back when I had my World of Warcraft channel and I was streaming to like a couple hundred people, I remember I was never tired of streaming because I enjoyed it that much. I had shitty days, I had normal days, but for me, it was like, in games, I like to play games that are really grindy. I love playing grind games. So it's overall, it's like a big grind, um, like experience where it's like, you stream, you look at your stats, you're working towards something, you work, 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 and then eventually you get it. Like when you get what you want, it's usually a lot more disappointing than the hype of waiting to get it or the hype of getting it. So you gotta enjoy the process. But if your whole thing is you wanting to become a big famous streamer and you're gonna be consistent, it's just not gonna work. Like, that's all I really gotta say. Like I'm not saying, or I don't know it's gonna work because I don't really know how like the fucking world works. But you know what? Like, all I'm saying is you need some more content. You need to spread out. You need to have your variety, because then you can become like this dude here. If we go back to him, he has built a decent audience, and he's growing. He's pulling, a couple hundred viewers. Like, he's growing. Now he has the platform. Now he needs to change his content from fucking, I'm gonna make it one day, or I just don't know exactly how it's gonna work and how it's gonna go in the long run. And I don't want to see him fail like that because, bro, he's working fucking hard for this. But a lot of other people are going to try and follow in his footsteps and say, yeah, I'm just going to be consistent every day and stream every day. Consistency is key, but so is content. If you want to be a content creator, you're going to need that. You're going to need consistency on top of content. And while in the Be Yourself video I watched, it was like, you don't have to do what you don't want to do, but it's like, bro, you can't just be, every day. This is day 5 of streaming, and I'm gonna do no content today, and then I'm gonna do day 6 tomorrow, and it's gonna be the exact same. Like, genuinely, I think, people gotta realize that being a content creator involves making content, which is why, I feel like some people fall off, and yeah, but you know what? I see great things. Go drop Jadyn Violet a follow on Twitch or whatever. You support the dream, but we'll see what happens in a year or two. Because if he goes in a year or two and he, switches up his content from, you're gonna make it, like, if he gets famous and he's just sitting there going, you're gonna make it one day, you just need consistency, bro, shut up.